I'm Bon Angeli Palimique, CPA, and welcome to my channel.
So we're now on the part 3 of joint arrangement, wherein we will discuss the accounting for joint operations. So previously, we discussed that there are two types of joint arrangement, the joint operations and the joint venture. So sabi natin, pag joint operations, meron silang rights, assets, and obligations to the liabilities and share in the revenue and expense. Meanwhile, for a joint venture, meron lang silang share sa net asset or yung net impact na parang mga shareholders. Okay. So, accounting for joint operation. So, under this accounting, kailangan daw lahat ng acquisition cost are expense sa profit or loss as incurred. Then, yung identifiable assets and liabilities of the joint venture are measured at fair value. Then, any excess is treated as goodwill. So, dahil nga wala silang individual wala silang separate vehicle usually, so each joint operator records sa sarili-sarili na lang financial statement. So kung may nangyayari, lahat ni-record nila sa each individual financial statement. So ano yung mga ni-record nila? Yung share nila sa assets na nasa joint operations, share sa liabilities, sa revenue, and sa expenses. Okay. So let's say, syempre minsan ikaw as joint operator, pwedeng magbenta ka dun sa joint operation, dun sa kumbaga yung joint operation or joint vehicle nyo. Or pwede ka ring purchase. So pwedeng yung joint operation may binibenta sa'yo. Pero ang rule lang is dapat ang i-recognize mo lang is proportionate to the share of other parties. So excluding your share. So example dito, if a joint operator, so siya, ako kunyari si joint operator, nagbenta ako sa joint operation at a profit, so kumita ako. Kumita daw ako dito ng 1,000 pesos. Tapos tigto 25% each yung share namin. Ang i-recognize ko lang profit is 750 kasi hindi ka mag-recognize doon sa portion mo, which is the 25%. And kapag naman ikaw yung bumili, so if a joint operator purchases goods from the joint operation, it must not recognize its share of any gains until it resells the assets to an external party. So, medyo same concept siya with the business combination wherein, kumbaga parang as one kayo and hindi mo dapat kinikitaan yung sarili mo. So, ganun lang din yung nangyayari under joint operation. So, for example, ikaw si joint operator. Siyempre, nung bubuo na kayo ng joint operation nyo, magko-contribute kayo. So, for example is, nag-contribute ka. So, ikaw si Shell Corporation. Nag-contribute ka sa inyong joint operation amounting to 13,500,000. Tapos sabi nyo, 50-50 kayo, si Shell tsaka si Patron, 50-50 sila. Tapos, ang magiging entry mo ni Shell, and yun din ang entry ni Petron sa kanilang books is debit cash in joint operation and credit to cash. Kung makikita mo, diba, parang hindi ka kasi tulad ng partnership na mayroong sariling books. Anong nangyari dito? Nag-record ka sa own books mo nung share mo sa joint operation. So, nagkakaroon ka ng two cash. May cash ka na personal or cash na para sa business mo and may cash ka na para sa joint operation. May kita mo, debit cash in joint operation, 13,500,000 and credit to your cash na yung sa own business mo, 13,500,000. There are also instances wherein non-cash yung iyong i-contribute. Let's say, nag-contribute ka ng PPE or ng inventory or such, mga ganon. So, pag ganon, ito, may example tayo. Anong gagawin nating entry for that? So, si joint operator XX and si YY naman yung mga joint operators natin. So, si XX, nag-contribute siya ng PPE amounting to 900,000. So, kinontribute niya yan. Si joint operator YY naman, nag-contribute ng cash na 900,000. So, parehas naman sila nag-contribute ng tig 900,000, pero yung isa cash, yung isa non-cash asset. So, ang magiging entry sa books ni XX is first, kailangan niyang i-recognize, di ba? Nagbigay ng cash si YY. So, kikita ka doon or magkakaroon ka ng share kasi di ba ang joint operation is sharing kayo sa lahat ng meron kayo. So, kung nagbigay si YY ng cash na 900, 450 doon kay YY, 450 doon kay XX. So, debit cash in joint operation, 450,000. Next, ikaw as XX, nag-contribute ka ng 900,000 worth na PPE. Hati na kayo dyan ni YY kasi kinontribute mo na yun sa joint operation and meron na kayong sharing ng rights. So, 450 of that is also your non-current assets in JO. So, let's say, kumbaga, meron ka laging separate account title for JO. So, hindi mo siya ihalo sa non-current asset mo kasi meron kang non-current assets in JO. Then, credit dun sa nawala sa'yo. So, ang nawala sa'yo is yung contribution mo na 900,000. So, sa point of view naman ni YY, actually, same lang yung magiging entry nyo. First, dahil siya, nag-contribute siya ng 900,000 na cash, di ba? 50% of that sa kanya mapupunta. Next, nag-contribute si XX ng non-current assets na 900. 50% of that mapupunta kay YY. And, dito, may error lang dito. Cash dapat to. Credit to cash kasi yun yung kinontribute ni YY. Okay. So, paano naman? Kapag yung kinontribute, so, syempre, simple siya tignan, di ba? Kasi, yung kinontribute niya na 900,000 is also equal sa fair value and equal sa carrying amount. So, di ba yung first rule natin kanina? Pag nagko-contribute sila, it should be accounted for in the fair value. Eh, paano kapag iba yung carrying amount dun sa fair value? So, sabi dito, si joint operator XX, di ba nag-contribute siya ng PPE? Pero this time around, sinabi na yung carrying amount is 720,000 only. Then, kumbaga, 720,000, pero yung fair value nito, 900,000. So, ibig sabihin, merong gain na nangyari. Tapos, YY, 900,000 pa rin yung kinontribute niya. So, kung titingnan mo, equal pa rin naman talaga yung kinontribute nila, both 900,000. Pero si XX, magkakaroon siya ng, kumbaga, gain internally. Kasi 720 lang talaga yung sa box niya, pero parang 900 yung inambag niya. So, yung portion of that is, ito, may kita mo, paano natin i-entry. Okay. So, for joint operator XX, first, yung cash na binigay ni YY, may 450K siya doon, which is 50% of 900,000. Next, non-current asset. So, may natanggap ka na non-current in asset kasi yun yung tinanggal mo din. So, kung may kita mo, kinredit mo, nagbigay ka at carrying amount, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-credit at 900,000 kasi hindi naman yun yung nawala sa'yo. 720K lang talaga. Then, magkakaroon ka ng received na non-current asset. So, take note na kapag nagre-recognize si joint operator XX, ang i-recognize niya is 50% ng carrying amount and not the fair value. Unlike si YY, i-recognize niya yung buong 900,000 divided by 2 kasi sa kanya, pumasok yan sa joint operation at fair value. Pero kay XX, sa point of view niya, pumasok yan at fair value, oo, kaso nga lang, may gain talaga ako dyan. So, ganun yung nangyari sa kanya, which is 90,000. So, that is 900,000 fair value less 720,000 multiplied by the share of 50%. Another error dito, dapat cash to. Okay? Okay. So, that's all for this PowerPoint. So, tingnan natin sa Excel file. Meron pa tayong mga additional discussion. Okay. So, illustration 9-3. So, si joint operator ay may 30% ownership siya dun sa joint operations nila. Tapos, ang sabi, yung gagawin nila is facility cost amounting to 3 million. So, 3 million yung kailangan niyang gastusin para makonstruct na itong facility cost. Tapos sabi, i-dismantle or tatanggalin din to at the end of 10 years. So, take note sa ating PPE, kapag may mga dismantling cost and alam mo from the first na gagamitin mo yun or tatanggalin mo yun, is kailangan mong i-recognize as part of acquisition cost yung dismantling cost. Na sabi dito is 300,000. Okay, so sabi pa nila, goods with a production cost of 3,600,000 were sold for 5 million. So, syempre, joint operation, business yan. So, nagbenta daw siya ng 5 million. Ang halaga daw nun is 3,600,000. So, gross profit is 1,400,000. Then, may sinabi din na other operating cost of 100,000 and admin expenses of 200,000. So, ito yung mga expenses nila. So, bukod doon, meron pa tayong expenses, which is yung ating depreciation. So, may ide-depreciate tayo kasi diba meron tayong PPE amounting to 3,300,000 divided by 10. Kasi 10 years yung useful life nila. Okay. Meron din tayong interest expense, which is the, diba dito meron tayong present value. So, interest expense is 300,000 times 8%. So, si joint operator, mag-recognize siya sa books niya ng debit, cash, credit, sales for 1,500,000, which is 30% ng sales. Kasi 'di ba, sabi natin si joint operator, magre-record siya sa kanyang book. So, cost. Magkakaroon naman siya ng debit, manufacturing facility cost and credit to cash amounting to 1,080,000, which is 30% of the total cost. Mag-record din siya ng other operating cost, 30%, admin expense, share of depreciation, and share in interest expense. So technically, all revenue and expenses is magkakaroon siya ng share equal sa kanyang 30% na ownership. So total net income is 223,800. Okay, next. Paano naman daw kung ito si D, E, and F? So may agreement sila na bibili sila ng gas pipeline. Tapos, mag-hire sila ng company na magmamanage sa ng pipeline nila. So, yung cost daw na involved are shared by 3 parties. So, hati-hati sila based on their ownership interest or percentage. Tapos, sabi dito, the cost of purchasing the pipeline is 50 million. So, bumili sila. Magkakaroon sila ng 50 million na pipeline. So, ibig sabihin, kung i-record mo yan kay joint operator D, 30% of that should be debited to the gas pipeline and credited to cash. Kasi ito yung binili nila. So, asset nila yan, yung kanilang pipeline. Tapos, sabi, nag-invest si D ng 15 million for 30% interest. So, ibig sabihin, 30% yung share niya. Next, the management fee na 10 million. So, gumastos sila ng management fee. So, 30% of that should be debited to expense and credited to cash. Kasi, technically, sila-sila din yung maghati dun sa pambayad ng management fee. Next, nung kumita naman, hati-hati din sila. Debit cash of 4,950 and credit revenue from pipeline. Next, so dahil asset tong 15 million na to, which is 50 million yan sa buo, ito yung cost of purchasing pipeline, i-amortize mo yung PPE na to. Divided by its useful life of 20 years. So, 15 million divided by 20 is 750,000. So, kapag tinanong ka, magkano na yung net income ni joint operator D? So, first, may revenue ako na 4,950, operating expense of 3 million, and amortization expense of 750,000. Total net income is 1,200,000. Okay, so sa last example natin dito, hindi siya sa last, second to the last. So, sa ating second to the last example, what if naman yung kanyang in-invest is hindi cash? Kasi dito, nag-invest siya ng cash. So, paano kung ang in-invest niya is steel pipes or materials na gagamitin para sa kanilang pipeline? So, sabi dito, nag-contribute siya ng steel pipes amounting to fair value na 15 million. So, 15 million pa rin yung in-invest niya, pero through steel pipes or non-cash asset. Tapos, yung halaga nun sa kanya is 11 million. Okay, so makikita natin kung paano natin i-entry yan. So first, yung pipeline na binili, yung PPE nyo na 15 million, 30% of that is may share ka. Tulad lang yan ito. Yan, 15 million. Next, steel pipes. Nag-contribute ka ng 11 million worth. So, sa point of view mo, dahil libro mo to, 11 million yung steel pipes. And may gain yan na 4 million. So, take note na yung gains and losses should be only to the extent of the other party's interest. So, you will recognize gain amounting to 70% of 4 million. And, ito yung bago dyan. Meron kang unrealized gain. Unrealized gain is yung 30% nun, hindi naman mawawala na yun. Pero magkakaroon ka ng unrealized gain. So, paano yung magiging additional entry pa? First is yung, ito, yung depreciation. Ito yan. Next is, meron kang amortization. So, ito yung bago dito. Magkakaroon ka ng amortization netong unrealized gain mo over the years din no pipeline, which is 20 years. So, debit unrealized gain and credit amortization expense. So, yan lang yung something na mas kakaiba. Guro, kasi pagdating sa joint operation, i-realize mo agad yung 70%, pero yung 30% should be amortized. So, treated as unrealized gain. Okay? So, next, problem 2. Sa book natin. So, si X, si Y, and si Z, nag-sign sila ng agreement. Bibili sila ng oil pipeline. And mag-hire sila. So, medyo hawig nung kanina. Ang sabi, 20 years daw yung 60 million. Ito 60 million, ito yung kanilang PPE na pipeline, 60 million. Tapos ang sabi, nagbayad sila ng management fee na 12 million and may in-earn sila na 19.8. Okay, so ang in-invest niya is 30%, 18 million cash. So to record that, as review lang to, no? To record that, yung in-invest mo, so cash in joint operation. Okay. Tapos, dito, kung makikita nyo, bakit po buo cash in joint operation 18 million? Kasi may assumption ako na nag-invest din yung iba and lahat sila nag-invest ng cash na mag-i-equal sa tigta 30%. Kaya 30% din to, 18 million. Next, nung kumita yung JO ng 19.8, 30% of that will be debited to cash and credited to revenue. Next, nung may expense na 3.6 ay na 12 million, 30% of that is treated as my expense. And nung mag-amortize na neto, which is 20 years, 60 divided by 20 times 30% is iti-treat ko as amortization. So, pag tinanong ako, magkano na yung net income ko? So, kailangan ko lang yung revenue, less management fee, less amortization. Pero in case na tulad nung last problem, na hindi to cash and isa tong non-cash asset, magkakaroon ka pa ng gain. Kapag may gain lang, kapag may gain and non-cash asset to, magkakaroon ka pa ng amortization ng unrealized gain. So that's all for part 3 ng ating accounting for joint operation. So natutunan natin na every transaction, every asset, revenue and expense is magkakaroon ng share yung bawat joint operator. Kasama na dun pati mga amortization, expenses, and kapag may gain, ito na yung bago dyan. Pag may gain, meron kang amortization ng unrealized gain. Okay, so that's all for today and hope you learned yung topic natin. Bye-bye!